What's up, everyone? Today got some Taco Bell, got some delivery. Thank all these food delivery services. Thank the Lord that they're not charging for delivery services at this moment. So I'll probably be ordering more delivery. But yeah, so back in college, I think I probably ate Taco Bell every other week because I was like the designated driver for my roommate, and he would always like a drunk girl call me really late at night to pick up him from a party, and then it's like, oh my god, can we get some food as well? And then typically the only things that were open were either there's like a Taco Bell that's 24/7 or a McDonald's, or there's also this other taco truck that we went to. But yeah, generally we usually went to Taco Bell since it's open all the time. So yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, usually I always get like some nachos, some tacos as well, and maybe a chalupa, but we got some quesadillas. Yeah, let's get into it. Mm-hmm. To be honest, with you, I haven't had Taco Bell since college actually, so it's been quite a long time. I do must admit, actually, when Taco Bell was like the only thing open, like after drinking or and during those late nights you need some munchies, Taco Bell did always come in clutch to hit the spot. Yeah, it gave me guys an update on my little jogging experience for the first time after probably like a month or so since I've actually worked out. Yeah, my whenever I walk it and put pressure on my bottom of my feet, it actually it's still pretty sore. So if I were to run right now, I definitely wouldn't be in top shape, and my feet would probably hurt from running. So I think I'm fortunately probably gonna take a little break until but the bottoms of my feet don't hurt anymore. But yeah, one day of running got me beat already. That's pretty sad. Since I don't run that often, I make sure to stretch for maybe like 5 minutes. At least I stretched, and some people just try to hop into it, which I really don't highly suggest. But yeah, I was stretching for a bit, but how could I? No one stretches their bottom of their feet, right? For when they're stretching, you just stretch your legs, right? Yeah, I didn't predict that. Okay, let me catch you guys up on the latest past weekend's episode of My Hero Academia. So, even though, at first I wasn't really a big fan of La Brava and, Shelter Criminal, they seem like gag characters, but actually, as this arc closes, these past, I would say, maybe 2 episodes, since there's a little more action, and, it was, this arc was deeper, much deeper than I thought it would be. So, after the pro heroes, Hound Dog, and I forgot the other pro hero, but he can clone himself. They catch Gentle Criminal, bring him to custody, and as he is taken into custody, Gentle Criminal tells Izuku that, well, he does. I'm not sure if he tells him, but there was like a little dialogue of him saying that I hope your feelings reach to someone, as like, Junto Kurono definitely, I regretted of his past, and maybe he didn't, follow his dreams as becoming a hero, right? And Izuku actually mentioned that himself. He said he drawed comparisons to Gentle Criminal as well, because he that could have been him if he didn't end up getting All Might's quirk, right? So actually, thank goodness the festival wasn't canceled, and Deku was actually able to still make it and perform for Class 1A. And I think Class 1A was the first performance, and the day I think it was like at 10 a.m. And then yeah, actually the performance for Class 1A was pretty good. Everyone had a part, the dancing team, the singing team, the band team, I mean, and behind the scenes, and a lot was going on. And at first, there were students that were there to criticize Class 1A. They wanted to blame Class 1A for what's happened recently, all the villains' antics, and them targeting them as a class. And what can they do? It's not, if they were put into that situation, wouldn't you feel hopeless as well? So it's not the students' fault necessarily. And then yeah, and then as for the song, actually, particularly, it's funny how like in some animes, in anime typically, right, songs are in Japanese, right, or natural language Japanese, and when Kyoko was singing, she was singing an English song. So yeah, sometimes I don't know. That's kind of, I find that a little funny. Why not just sing in Japanese since you're a Japanese anime? But no, it was cool. And then we saw also from the audience, Mirio was also there with Eri, and then he was holding her on his shoulders, and eventually she came around. I felt like the directors and the production team really uh, caught the essence and emotions, hopefully from the manga, and translated it into the anime. The facial expressions in this episode were very good. Kyoka was having a blast up there as she was singing. She was smiling, and then also Eri as well. She for the first time, Mirio saw her smile, and that actually brought a tear to his eye. And also we kind of learn about Kyoka more as a character, right? There's so many characters, and obviously, just like any anime, you can't really go into depth for each character. But we learned about Kyoka in this past episode. So Kyoka, as you know, she's a very talented musician, and actually her parents trained her at a very young age to become a musician, is what they thought she would be. Both of her parents are musicians, and the passion was music, right? But eventually, Kyoka, when she grew older, she definitely loves music as well. But what she loved even more, her passion was to become a hero. And so, you know, telling your parents, a lot of people, I'm sure a lot of kids can relate, or any individuals out there, telling your parents that they set this path for you, and the hardest part is telling them that you want to do something else, right? So yeah, that was this episode is definitely relatable, and as well, and compared to Gentle Criminal, where people sometimes they lose sight of their dreams. Like, yeah, this arc was very relatable in a sense. Okay, let's see. And yes, for the other classes that were highlighted in this episode, Class 1B also did a play. I believe, yeah, they did a play, and then it was the I believe the creator of My Hero Academia was like a fan. They threw in a lot of influences from I believe like Star Wars, Harry Potter, and then maybe what was the other one? Let's see. Maybe I think it was Lord of the Rings too. Yeah, I believe. Let's see. Okay. Oh, and then there's also the beauty pageant as well. A bunch of other characters were put on display, and Nejire, the third year, she won the contest with their flashy performance. And yeah, let's see. Yeah. Oh, and then I actually thought La Brava was actually like a young girl still in elementary school, right? When they did that flashback, and since she's so short, I thought she was like the same age though. But actually, she's actually a grown woman. She's like 21 years old. That's pretty funny. But yeah, that's pretty much wrapping up the arc. At the end of the episode, I actually forgot to mention. Uh, there's some end credit scenes, and Gentle Criminal is talking to police, and police are just talking to him, saying, what was, we see your profile, you're a dropout of high school for the hero course, and life kind of spiraled out of control for you, and maybe I know the policeman said, sometimes people can deserve a second chance, and I think maybe they didn't really see Gentle Criminal's intent was to be a real evil villain, right? He was just kind of delusional, making YouTube videos and filming his content, right? And yeah. So maybe Gentle Criminal can use, he used his powers for good, and La Brava is also very skilled as well. She when she was being interviewed, or not interviewed, being questioned by the policeman, all she said, just take me to Gentle Criminal, and there's obviously they're still very close. And then Gentle Criminal denied that La Bravo's. I mean, he told the police that La Bravo was brainwashed and she has nothing to do with it, but the police weren't really falling for that. But anyways, yeah. And then also, yeah, in Japanese high schools, I believe, yeah, I think every year, right, they hold school festivals. I really wish every high school in America, at least, or well, I don't know about every high school in America. I don't know if that's realistic, but I wish high schools in America will actually have school festivals every year. I think it would be a great experience for all high schools, right? But actually, I believe in my high school, I think actually held one school festival one year. I forgot which year it was for me, but it was crazy fun. You know, you get to work with classmates. Maybe you don't know your some particular classmates as well, and get to know them better. And you guys all work together toward one goal, right? To have fun, right? Yeah, that's it for today's video. Oh man, usually, yeah, I wasn't too hungry today, but yeah. I hope you guys, if you guys watch My Hero Academia, I actually kind of liked how it kind of wrapped up a little bit. So I don't know what we'll see in the next arc, but yeah, we'll see. Thank you for watching. Peace.